Hello, toy friends. How are you today? Let me know if you could hear me because I don't have anyone else to let me know. So I think I'm coming in clear, but if I'm not, please let me know. Um, it's just me today, I guess. Jim's, they were doing some line work outside his house a couple of days ago, and um, I don't know, they knocked him off the internet for like 4 days, and then he came on briefly, and then got knocked off again. And I just haven't heard back from him today, so I don't know where he's at, but I hope he's doing well, and look forward to catching up with him soon as well. So, with that, let's just say hi to everyone that's here. Bjorn Jorgensen, Schmodulok. Scott, what's this? It popped up in my feed. Well, this is not really the 118, but just to check in and hang out because, the real world kind of bites, guys, and sometimes it could get you down. That's why I come here to talk about cool toys with my friends like you. Well, I hope we see you soon. Bill from Fantastic Toy Adventures. 3 3/4 action figures are very much alive. Of course they are. Who said otherwise? Scott? He's just starting trouble. And Jeff, yes, long live the 118th scale. Shane's Hammer. Hello, hello. How you doing? Gojitron, busy at work. They're really giving him a pounding. But it's great that he's indispensable. So, Gojitron, love the recent videos. Been watching them when I can, and hope you catch that on the replay. Ian Sweeney, good evening. How are you? 118 scale is God scale. No amount of hyper articulation, photorealism, or premium convention exclusives will convince me otherwise. I'm with you on that. And Bjorn with a howdy, fellas. Well, how are you? Hello, Will and Jim. Good to see you guys again. Well, it would be good to see Jim, but he's those Guatemalan gremlins got him again. So hopefully we'll pop on and do another stream sometime soon. But how's it going, Beta Ray Bob? How are you? Love the stuff he's been posting on Instagram. So even though I've been kind of, not distancing myself from the hobby, I've still been checking in and seeing all your guys' great posts. Boba Hicks, all your great photography. And thank you so much for that, Bill. I'm coming in clear. Great. Awesome. Excellent, excellent, excellent. World Made of Cardboard powers out again. He just did an awesome little build of his Castle of Lions. That was really cool. I could hear that. Scott, that's the weird thing. I can hear you. Get out of my head, you freak. No, I'm kidding. Nice. Love the Robo Wilhelm flying around. So we'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, that's just having a little fun there. Toys or plastic crack. Yeah, cool toys. Better, much better than hot toys. Yeah. So I hope that's just your internet and not mine. Um, Happy Sunday, Ed. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. And Wraith Mace, what's happening, man? Thank you for being a channel member. I appreciate it. I feel really horrible that, we started the channel membership and I was planning all these wonderful things and then kind of, real life came in. So thank you for sticking with us. I promise when things settle down, I'll be back and we'll be doing, much more. So having a lot more fun. Everything is set for Joe Fest. You're happy? Yeah, me too. I'm all set for Joe Fest. Bjorn, like you said, this year my brother is joining me. And you've heard me talk about my big brother and all the great times we had playing with toys and action figures when we were kids. So I think he'll really enjoy it. And he's been kind of on the fence about it for the last couple of years. So I'm really hoping he's there. Mike, if you're watching, make sure you come to Joe Fest. Don't back out. I know sometimes, things can come up. Just set the date and make sure you're there. All right. Shane Sammer saying he saw a helicopter, which he thinks is 118, but the cockpit looks big enough to seat a Motu figure. I wonder which one that is. There's a Chatmate. Oh, a Chatmate helicopter. Yeah, sometimes their proportions are a little out there. Let's see. I like toys I can touch. Well, yeah, me too. I like that too. Did my first live stream, first night of it was a bit nutty. Warhammer 40K. Yeah, I think I caught that one. Right? Have you done one since? I'm not sure. I may have missed it. Sorry, buddy. Oh yeah, there were plenty. Bjorn's going to be at a different hotel this year. So what are you going to do? I'll probably have the rental car. So if you need me to, Uber for you, I'll charge you competitive rates. We could go looking for Dr. Pepper again. All right. Oh, Friday night. Oh, great. Well, I will check that out. I'm sorry, and Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures hanging in there too. So yeah, I mean, I guess I could tell you a little bit about what's going on there. Welcome back. So, a couple months ago, just at my job, without getting into too much detail, things were kind of, for the last 6 months, we've had kind of less than spectacular performance, compared to where we've been in recent and previous years. And, I made a lot of changes to the way we were doing things to try and improve performance, and none of them seemed to be working. So, it's come to a point that unfortunately we had to lay off a percentage of our workforce, and it was a pretty hefty percent, about a quarter of our workforce, which put me in the position of kind of filling in where we had those gaps in coverage. So I've been working just extra hours to make up for it. I will say that, you make a change in business and sometimes the results are not immediate. It takes a while for those to catch up, especially financially. So I will say some of the changes I've made over the last 6 months have had a positive impact. And I'm happy to say that last month and the month before, so January and February were very good months for us. So we did see some kind of benefit from the changes we were making, which makes me happy. So with that increase in workload and kind of, the added stress and doubt and everything, and, I'm one of those people, I took it, having to let people go really bites. And I feel personally responsible for letting them down. And I know, a lot of people, well wishers and whatnot, have told me, it is what it is and you got to just keep rolling with it. But, still, I still feel personally responsible for these people and their lives as a leader amongst them. I should be steering the ship towards success and, not letting them down. And that's just the way I'm going to see it. So, unfortunately, not that I put that much work into doing a show, but like a typical 1-8 show, I would work on, like, maybe for an hour or two here and there throughout the week, several days, and maybe a couple hours before the show. But I just didn't have, the time really to do that, just with the added workload. I really felt like, this is my hobby. It's my place I come to, to kind of forget about the work week, but I was also thinking about it all the time. So it was just a decision that I made, just to step back from doing this kind of stuff temporarily, while I got all caught up over there. But I got to let you know, it's kind of like, you want to go out and play sometimes. You don't want to just keep doing the grind. And, I'm sure everyone's been in this situation before, but, it still hasn't stopped me from purchasing some stuff. So since Jim's not here, I figured we'll just do a little show and tell. And, I'll show you some of the stuff I've picked up since the last time we've spoken. There's really not much news going on unless anyone has anything, that they want to share. Yeah, the Sunday scary is having to go back to work on Monday. Yeah, it's the worst, right? I hear you. Mondays are hectic with my new role. Yep, definitely, man. So, hey, Salzburg, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. You're a good buddy, good friend. So, I have seen a couple things in the news. One was it's not really that important, but one thing was Delta 17 made an announcement that they passed those lead tests that they had to do. So their toys are now rated for 8 and up rather than 14 and up, and it's safe to sell in the US. So they should be getting product to the US distributor. The website will go live, and you should be able to get product very soon. They didn't give an exact time period on that. So that was a really good update. Secondly, you may have seen a post over on Instagram. I tried to do a video, but it just fell apart. And I got to tell you, my head wasn't in it. But I got that chat. May sent me that huge eradicator from the Acidverse beta line. And I posted a couple pictures on there. I still have it in the shipping box over there, but I popped it out and I checked it out. And just to address something I saw, and I know this is like one person, but if you're in the Facebook group for Acidverse Beta, the ChatMe Acidverse Beta Facebook group, there are one or two people that are really frustrated with the fact that like the product hasn't hit the US yet. And I think that's something that we do as collectors when we're like so into it. Like when you watch all the news sites and like as soon as something's announced, sometimes that's like 6 to 8 months ahead. So then if there's a delay, it's like it feels like it's even longer. I've noticed that like I've stepped away from like watching every single news report and every time something's like comes out. I'd rather like they don't. I wish they would hold off on putting out those reports like the teasers um until like it's ready because like we're toy collectors, we're already here, we got the hook in our mouth, but we're gonna buy it. And sometimes it really does suck waiting a year or two for something to come out. So as far as the ChatMe Aciverse beta, it is frustrating that it's not available in stores yet because we have seen so much stuff come out, and I don't think it's been over a year. It was probably last summer that I think I started seeing stuff for that. But it it is frustrating to see it posted online and advertised and not be able to get it in stores. I get that, but I don't think we're anywhere near like the Leonard the Core where like since 2020 we haven't been able to get product in stores and we keep being told it's coming soon. I don't think we're there yet. So, I don't know. I just think maybe us as collectors we're not spoiled, but we our expectations set so high because like we see stuff and we expect it out. So like Delta 17 being delayed, they only announced Delta 17 in June. It was supposed to come out 6 months later, and now we're a few months past that. So I don't think it's not that bad. They're also an independent company trying to do this, and there's going to be these like bumps in the road that they didn't know that they had to have this specific type of testing done before they came out. So I'm fine waiting for those products. It's really not that bad. um yeah, I get it though. I get you don't want to see the hype for something you can't even pick up. um Bjorn saying he has some news, so I guess I'll see that comment a little farther down. Jeff, yeah, that does suck. I'm an engineering major at my firm, and it is never easy letting people go. Luckily, I had to do it. I have not had to do it for the last 6 years. We've been too busy. That's wonderful, and um, that is good. That is good. And oh, no problem, man. Don't forget to hit that like button. That's a really good idea, Bob. You're onto something there. Most of the news I pay attention to is Transformers, so nothing to add. Okay, well that's great. Um, yeah, yeah, they did. They sent me that thing. That was really nice. Berdazzle, how are you? If I said that right, I hope. Um, Scott just ordered Wave 3 of the Blokies 3.75 Transformers figures. They just came out. I have not gotten those, but I have seen some of the posts you sent over on Instagram. Spin Master, yes, they were like $4 clearance, and I know they're coming out with some new. I was able to pick up. I think I showed this right, Black Adam. They have some new figures coming out, and they have teased. I saw there was a thing in like some German toy fair where they had like a really blurry picture of a new Batwing and Batman figure by Spin Master based on the Batman Returns movie, which is pretty interesting, and I'm looking forward to that. I picked up that more comic accurate Black Adam. And also some nice figures for $4. I think they were down to $2 in some areas. Menard, LOL. Yeah, you know what? That's like should be a hashtag at this point because seriously, where the hell are they? Waiting a year or two for a toy is nothing. I've been waiting 4 years for an Endor Village playset. Seriously. Uh, and honestly, I really don't care until I see it in the store at this point. It gets to that point where it's just too much coming in and you can't keep track of it. So it's like part of the joy of toy collecting for me was like going into the store shelves and like just seeing something on the peg I've never seen before and picking it up. But now it's like with information coming as fast as it does, we get like, you know, I guess overwhelmed with all this information, or we get so much of it and then we expect it to, like it's everything now, instant gratification. And I think like I just don't care anymore. You have something to show, that's cool. I'll wait till I see it on store shelves. I kind of feel that way too. Uh, Coming this week, an update to Marauders Vietnam Kickstarter. Now, that's one that people have stuck with that's been delayed several times, and it's a huge project. So, totally understandable. But yeah, the Marvel and Mech Strike figures were on clearance. So that's good if you want to make some customs. You do some head swaps or something. Yeah. Some folks need to remember that collecting is a marathon, not a sprint. That is true. I think that, at this point, I just want to collect what I like and not get caught up in the hype and just, kind of have fun and not worry about it so much and not, really dwell on the negative stuff. If it's not for me, I'm just going to skip it. I'm probably not even going to talk about it. Those 4-inch yes, I got two of them. I bought the Mando and the Stormtrooper. They're a little taller, 5 POA, which is a disappointment, but once again, not for me, so I'm just not going to talk about it. I'm bringing some of those Transformers to Joe Fest. Oh, cool. I'd like to see those. That's cool. Bill. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that, man. That's great. 40 to 50 years for action figures of Stingray and Jack of Hearts. Well, with today's technology, you may have to there could be a customizer that's made those already. I find that there's a lot of these. And speaking of which, I'll show you some cool customs. I got Spin Master Batman late. Robin, Batgirl, and Harley Quinn again. Yeah. I think they are doing a new I saw a new Robin design, and they have to release those because those are like the most popular ones. And where I live, I never see stuff in stores anymore. Yeah. At least with NFTs, you get them instantly, no wait time. You're right. Yeah, all that you need is a generated render, and you've got it. It's a NFT. You could sell it, and people don't have to own it. It's horrible. Yeah, they did have some pandemic issues that we're still seeing. Yep. I think that was 20 years for the RC figure from the 1986 Transformers movie. Maybe 30. I have no idea, but a long time. You're gonna send NFTs to Boba Hicks for grading. Well, hey, good. Your power's back on. You didn't miss much, man. Just me, just a sad old man. This old chunk of coal sitting here talking about toys. But you know what? Let's see. Batgirl, Jeff Morris, because I got the gold and black suit. I like that one better than the previous one where she had like the bat tech kind of like circuitry on her. I like that black and gold. Very nice. If I have an extra one, I'd send it to you. I gotta look. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You could hang in there. Oh, you missed the giveaway. So yeah. Speaking of, first thing, I just want to go back to the little intro that you guys, the little thing I was messing. Okay, that corny thing. So that's just something like I don't know in my spare time. But yeah, that is the Robo Helm, and the idea is I want to take, I want to 3D print it and put it together. And the idea is that is a full-sized or a 1-to-1 scale robo helm of the Wilhelm logo, and my intergalactic world building kind of thing that I plan on doing one day. One of the characters will be this crew that mans a um, helmet that they found on some fat old 1-to-1 person who is 18 times their scale in some dimension, and just use this helmet as a hull for their ship. And maybe it could be fun. I don't know. It's a goofy idea, but I'm corny. I like it. that's the idea. So let me know what you think. I think it might be fun. Jim, how are you, man? You got some internet?
I do. I'm
Put a
what is
couple
it?
quarters in the internet meter.
Yeah,
Crank
put a
handle.
couple. Got the hamsters running.
Yeah. How you been?
A day late and a dollar short. I'm
Gotcha.
just running haggard like Merle, but I'm
Yeah.
here. How you
So
doing?
we were talking about let's see, I'll show you. I don't know if you saw the helmet. Did you see the
The
I'll
helmet.
play. So I played this
Nice.
in the beginning of the show. It's my idea is a 1-to-1 scale Wilhelm helmet. And I'm kind of biting off the Robo Skull, obviously. And it's manned by a crew of 1/18th scale guys that found this thing, on the rotting carcass of some bloated fat old guy on a space beach somewhere, and turned it into their ship. So we were just
The
talking about it.
the
It's the
Wilhelm.
Robo Helm, I guess, or could be a better name for it. I don't know, a Will helmet, maybe. Let's see. So there's the old goat, Ed says. And Big Jim, there's Largo.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
Dave
It's been a
Salzberg with a great comment. Helmet in space. Yeah, that would be fantastic.
it would be awesome.
And so anyway, I was thinking I could 3D print that maybe and just make a corny little ship there. And it's like the RoboSkull. Yeah, it's a total rip off of it. They may tell me cease and desist. You're not allowed to make a Robo Helm, but I don't know. Maybe. Nice. Hello, Jim. Glad to see the hamster wheel internet is working again. Yeah, could be a Microman crew that helmet the Robo. Oh yeah,
It's
it was 1-1
yeah.
scale in a world of giant humans. That's right.
I've been looking at some vintage Microman stuff lately. I just picked up a what do you call it? The 1/12 scale, like the Big Joes. They're the precursors to the Microman, the Jensen Cyborgs that'll be coming
very cool.
sometime in the near future. Got them on a Evil Bay auction at a really good price.
Excellent. And we got a really nice $5 super chat from Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. Thank you. He said, hey, give Largo some money too. Thanks for being my friend. Well, thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. All right.
We do
So
appreciate it.
speaking of customs, so I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. No, I saw these on Black Major is a they kind of do like variants or repos of GI Joe figures, and this was back in January, I believe. I picked this up, so I'll show you some of these. And these are just repaints, and they were named Space Force, and it was a set of 6 figures. And I just gotta say something about the repaint. They're just kind of black and silver.
Not bad.
And there's some familiar
let's
characters.
Zoom you in here a bit.
Yeah. I was going to do a whole video on them because I just thought they looked really sharp. I love
like
the uniforms.
Yeah.
So that's like Shipwreck, and that looks like Tripwire, but he is African American version of Tripwire, right? The head. This one is Beachhead. He looks real nice. I love that silver stripe down the side there. I don't know why they called it Space Force. This is kind of like
elite,
gave me like like an elite stealth
Yeah.
suit, you know what I mean, kind of look, but they're real nice. And these came in at, and of course we have Snake Eyes. He just dropped his gun. He came in really good looking, right? And
Yeah.
this
I
one
like the silver. That's kind of a neat
was
accent.
the Steel Brigade,
Oh,
which
wow.
I've never had a Steel Brigade figure. I never really liked him in his original colors when I was a kid, so I never really got him. And he also came with the jetpack. Anyway, these were about $12 each, which I think is a steal. And
Yeah.
I don't
Now,
know if
how's
they're
the
still
quality on
available.
those, Will? I've never
They
had a
feel
Black Major.
pretty good. They feel pretty good. They're, they feel like a GI Joe. I mean, I would say like one or two of them, like a couple of the joints are a little loose because I think he has these mass produced in China somewhere. They come over in parts and like, he has to like assemble them, or he has a team that
Sure.
assembles them. I could be totally
But
wrong about that, but that's
the
just kind of
plastic
what.
quality is similar to
Yeah, it
vintage.
feels pretty good. I've gotten other third party ones in the past, and they felt like thinner, like lighter plastic, but these are
Mhm.
actually really good. They got a nice shine on them. But I just love them. And speaking of which, another great pickup I got recently was I was traveling out of town and visiting my sister, and she lives kind of out in the sticks. And when I was there, I
Mhm.
stopped at a Family Dollar,
Oh,
and they
nice.
had this, which is this is the Final Faction Arrow ATV. But as you can see, it's like a fully painted version. It's got
Hmm.
paint apps on the guns, on the sides, and it comes fully assembled in a box with the figure for $5. This was a Family Dollar exclusive, and
Oh, okay.
kind of went away a few years ago. Anyway, since I was in the middle of nowhere and I stopped at this Family Dollar, they had a whole bunch of them. I got a couple, and at $5 each, I thought that was quite a deal. As a matter of fact, I sent one to Grindhead Jim. He's not watching anyway, but he should be getting this. And I got a couple more to give away too. So
I say he's only not watching because he probably sleeps in on Sunday.
yeah, if
Really
anyone
late.
missed out on them, so now that's the third Arrow ATV you could pick up. I don't know if I have the other two here close by, but
So now you can have those arrows come out of your Wilhelm and wreak havoc with your new elite
yeah.
black and
Well,
silver force.
I thought it might be a good assault vehicle for my new Space Force team or Stealth Force
Yeah.
team, whatever you want to call it. I think it has a cool look. So I thought that might be a fun thing to do.
You should call
like
them Wilhelm's Screamers.
Yeah,
They
there
can
you
all do the
go.
Wilhelm scream as their battle
Actually,
cry.
that would be a great name for a crew, right? Uh, and let's see. Let's see. Oh, James was saying he has a ton of Black Major stuff. I kind of like my
Oh, cool.
duplicates to see what you like. Yeah, that's cool. And he was just saying
J-
that yeah, he
was gonna
does a
say,
lot of them in African
Salzburg's
American, which is great because we didn't get a lot of those characters. And really, that tripwire helm is just a helm, so it's like
could
anyone
be
could pick that up. Yeah.
anybody, just like a Steel Brigade. Anybody can be
But he
under
was
that
saying, yeah,
helmet.
the quality is not quite as nice as Hasbro. Yeah, I've gotten some batches in the past, like I said, that were a little. Some of them were like
Hit or miss.
misaligned, like the seams didn't line up perfectly, or like where like they didn't go together quite right, or they were loosey goosey and a little light feeling. But
Yeah.
overall, yeah, tons of the stuff. The early stuff feels thinner. Yeah. But nice to see that they're coming out with new stuff, and they've been posting a lot. So go follow them over on Instagram, Black Major, and then there's other ones too. Like one was called like Black Major Nation, Black Major. I don't know which one is which, but I've done business with I think two or three of them, and I've got my product every time. So pretty
What's
cool.
neat is they're totally compatible with your other O-ring stuff, and it's good repaints of some classic Joe designs if you want to make your
Yeah.
own custom team. So yeah, cool.
Ian Sweeney went. He broke scale and bought a 12-inch figure. I'm falling out of my chair.
Where's that Wilhelm scream?
You broke scale? No. It's like, you never know
Good for
where the
you.
grindhead lurks. Well, if he's
That's
lurking,
right.
then then he'll know. Grindhead, you're the best. I love you, buddy,
Yes.
and I hope you like it.
I've
I don't think
definitely
you have.
embraced the 1.6. I love the 118, and
Yeah,
I'm partial to 112. So I'm trilingual. Yeah.
try
I
scale,
try
I
any
guess.
scale. Yeah, that's it.
Uh, what was that stupid old joke in the 80s? I'm a trisexual. I'll try anything once or something like that.
That's it.
Uh,
Once. Yes.
Here's something that I found just, when you're just bored and you're like on eBay
That,
or Mercari or
ooh,
something,
that's
and
a Fisher Price goodie. Nice.
you see something like this. I think it's missing a bunch of the parts, probably is.
That
This
was kind of a building set that Fisher Price did.
Yeah, it detaches and this
Yeah,
becomes like a little shuttle,
nice.
but it was super cheap. It was one of those things where, I think it was like $5. So I was just like, you know what, for $5, I'll
Heck
take
yeah.
that. And even if I
And the
just want
little,
to,
whatever little pieces, parts are missing, you could probably fab up or find pretty cheap
or
on your
just,
travels. Yeah.
I was like $5, and then it was like $5 shipping. So I paid like 11 or something for it. But
I'd say talk to Ed if he's still in the chat, our buddy from
oh,
Axion Figs,
he
because he
used to
knows a lot
work
about
there, right?
those. Yeah, he knows some of those Fisher Price vintage.
Yeah.
We talked
And
about those in the lair.
I threw one of my little
Nice.
dino head guys in there. So it was fun. I had a little fun with that. But even if I'm not actively like looking for collecting, I'm always browsing on lunch or whatever. And sometimes I see a deal like that that's too good to pass up. And they're fun. You
Yeah.
got a couple boxes, Jim. The one that came yesterday, do you know what that is? Or
I think that might be the cyborgs that we were just talking about. Alpha Interceptor by Fisher Price.
Oh, I thought it was the
in
Alpha.
blue.
The big one is the probe. Is that right? Alpha
Yeah, the big one's the probe.
Okay.
Yes. If it's really big, you've been probed. But the Alpha Interceptor's the smaller one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott.
Here's another recent pickup. I wanted to do a video on this, and I think Scott is someone that's going to chime in. Gojitron might have also touched on these, and it's a little bit much. So give me a second here to put my.
Are you familiar with Mighty Orbots? That sounds kind of familiar, but I don't remember exactly. Were those wind-up robots like the Zoids?
I don't know. Mighty Orbots. Oh, I'm not sure.
Bill mentioned them.
Yeah. So
check those out.
I also found a bunch of these things for like $2 each at Ross. They're $2.99. They're like
the
remember
Fortnite
I got
guys.
the one. Yeah, they're really well made. But even though like this guy has like a fish head, but you can't ever beat a black suit with a tie, right? Even if
that's right.
You're saying you did a head swap on him, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, he could be a Men in Black or just pedestrian in trouble. You never know.
This guy's called Grave Feather, and he just looks cool. He's like a skeletal robot or something. I don't know. If you're doing alien stuff, you can't beat. I mean, that guy will fit right in. So this was the line that I saw, and I've seen these at Dollar General. I'm pretty sure Scott's going to know about these right away. The Mars Heroes. This is a set of. They're fully posable. And totally, you could take them apart and put them together. They're fully modular.
Oh, that looks like
robot toys that are like
some
1/18 scale, kind of, sort of.
Similar to the ones Beta Ray gets over in Japan.
They are, and it's this Mars Heroes set, but I've never seen more than just like one pack available at the store.
And
I
Made of Cardboard is familiar.
Yeah,
he enjoys them.
I've never seen this one either. This is an alien pack. Look at those guys. There's 3 different colors of blue. I've only seen the human ones, which is like that first pack, and I've never picked them up. Usually they're like, I don't know, at Dollar General, they're like $10. They were $3.99 here, but I figured three figures for $4 is not a bad deal.
Yeah. Can't beat that with a stick. Scotty was saying he got some on a BOGO, buy one, get one. So
yeah.
Nice
so
deal.
that was at Scott. He said, where did he get them? That was at DD Discount, which is like a sister store to Ross, or So the reason I picked it up was because not only did they have all of those available, they had this, which I'd never seen before, which is like a Dragon Rider version.
Ooh,
So the
that's
and the
different.
human is not the same as the human that comes in that 3-pack. It's a different sculpt because I have him too. I just didn't bring him over here.
Nice.
Um, so and then you get this cool dragon. And they're just about 1/18 scale, you know. So these were a little more expensive. I think these were $8.99, but I
Now,
really wanted
who makes Mars? Is that a Lenard or similar?
Cybertronics. And it says check out the entire collection at www.happykidtoy.com. So it's definitely so that's they made two. That's the cool thing.
Nice. Yeah.
It looks like the same dragon, just a different recolor. Anyway,
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
I've never seen them all at the same time, like all available at the same time in the same shelf. So this whole thing was like, I don't know, $20 for like the whole set, $25. And
Very cool.
so I was thinking about maybe doing a video on that sometime soon, just open them all up,
Yeah.
or we could do them on a stream or something in the future.
Be
But
good to compare them in scale with some of the newer Chap May goodies that are coming out that you have picked up.
even like those arms, them being like ball jointed and like modular, you could probably like easily convert them to stick on like any other type of figure too. So if you just want a cool robot arm, or
Yeah.
you want to take the torso and put like a head swap on them, I think they're good for just greeblies and kind of bits, to do your
Kit bashing and mix and match is always fun.
yeah.
Gives you
So
some
that's a lot of
custom
fun.
looks.
I think that's it. That's all that I've had going on over the last couple of
Oh.
weeks. I still got that robotics that I want to build
Oh,
on
yeah.
stream. I really want to do that. Just haven't had the
Scotty's
time.
saying check out Walgreens for some of those Mars bits they may have if you have a Walgreens
okay.
handy.
Like I said, every time I've seen them in the stores, it's always been like just one. And I look on the bag and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll pick up a pack. But this is the first time they had the entire collection, like the whole cross sell. Although no,
Cool. Thanks, Bill,
there's
for putting the link there in the chat. So if you guys want to go check out their website.
I didn't even look very closely, but there are an assortment of like weapons. Like that looks like a vehicle.
Blow that up there. Let's take a look.
Can we get that?
Yeah. It's a little blurry, but we get it. Oh, so they got like ride-ons similar to the Epic Marvel bits. Yeah.
Jet surfboard thing, a tank looking thing, and then a turret and another turret. And it says it's all compatible. I've never seen all of this at the same time at the same store. So,
maybe
really interesting.
Maybe something to be on the lookout for. Definitely compatible with other stuff, and it's close enough to 118. You can
fact that I saw that with like the Dragon Riders, I was like, oh, those are cool. I gotta check that out for for under $10. Hell yeah. So well, let me see. Yeah, I think that's everything I've done in the last 2 weeks or so. What about you, Jim? Have you been up to anything? Anything good going on?
I feel like March has been a blur. I've been doing adult stuff, much to my chagrin. So I haven't gotten much YouTubing done. I have a few other pieces coming for AT-76, like the cyborgs and some other bits to work on some stuff there. A lot of stuff in process, but nothing complete. Hopefully this week will be fortuitous for getting stuff done. We'll see.
That's good. I said earlier on the stream, that we've had some positive results at my job with some of the changes we made. So, I'm really hoping that in the next, couple of weeks to month that, I could see myself becoming a little more available for fun. Just not. I did put in for a whole week off in the beginning of April. I don't remember the dates, but I have to do like a month in advance. I have to give them like 4 weeks notice. And I went, you know what? What's 4 weeks from today? And I just marked it because I just have to do it. I have to take the time.
Are you locked in for Joe Fest? Getting some time off? I am
locked in for Joe Fest. So I put in both at the same time. So I was putting in for Joe Fest. I've got a ton of paid time off. So I could take a week in April. I could take 2 weeks in June and still have a month of PTO left over. So it's like,
that works.
no problem. Yeah. So
Let
I
me
need to do it.
let me grab the helm here. I will give you guys a tease of something I'm working on with
cool.
our buddy over in Australia, Johnny, the Bat fan on Batman, who also goes by a couple of other names when he's working out of his Boba Joe show.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can swap over here real quick. Yeah. So this is a BCs and Baddies bit that will be coming.
Oh, very cool.
And I will show you the teaser of
look.
hopefully this. We'll be recording this sometime next week.
Look who.
None of you are safe.
I love
So
it,
we
man.
haven't been.
Yeah,
Thanks.
chills.
We haven't been completely idle. We're just that's in the works. Johnny and I should be recording our first episode for that this week, and hopefully we'll get that over on the lair soon. So
I was gonna say hi to Chad, who I haven't spoken to or
Oh, hey,
seen in
Yeah,
a
it's been
while.
a
So
week or so.
I haven't caught
since-
any shows. I got so much backlog of people's stuff and YouTube to see.
Yeah, I've been totally behind in March. Let me switch back over to Wilhelm. There we go. Yeah, I've been meaning to get with Chad and some of the other gang, but it just seems like since March started, March came in like a lion. Is that how it goes, or is it
Yeah.
in like a lion, out like a lamb? Yeah. So it sucked. I've been busy doing
Bill saying your
stuff.
editing skills make him want to give up. Yeah, he's just kidding. It was a lot of fun.
I just have that's late night with too much insomnia and not enough common sense.
Yeah. So once again, just looking forward to maybe the rest of this year, kind of being a little more fun, and a lot of good stuff coming out too. So I'm hoping, I think World Made of Cardboard said he doesn't worry about vehicles because he makes his own, which was a perfect segue into bringing up the fact that yes, he does, and I made my own based on his. Now my cockpit warped a little bit, but this is my World Made of Cardboard ship. That
I have an ointment for warped cockpits.
and you could make your own too. Go over to the World Made of Cardboard on his YouTube channel and download the plans and make your own. It'd be really cool. I'd love to see someone else.
I would love to see a
lot of
fleet
fun.
of those.
If I could do it, anyone could do it because I suck
That's
at
true.
this kind of stuff.
That would be very fun to see maybe a fleet of World Made of Cardboard ships going up against Chad's fleet of his
His tanks.
vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I could send Chad a robo helm and he could chuck
There
it
you go.
at his place.
Not the Death Star. We don't chuck things at the Death Star. We've learned that lesson.
And we could have some fun there. But yeah, that's it, man. Any good toy news going on? Anything fun happening, guys? Anything other than what we talked about? I don't know. I've seen a lot of
looking to see
people on, I've been checking Instagram and stuff, and
Oh yeah, please check out It's Chad. He's been doing some banger shows. I haven't been catching all of them
56
lately, but 56 his tanks now.
Wow.
Well, I guess is it a tank? It's a fast assault. We call it a HISS tank, but
it's a
is the HISS a
high-speed
tank?
silent sentry, I think. Right?
That's
Isn't
something
that
like that.
something like that? Yeah.
Only Chad would know for sure.
So speaking of like disgusting photos on Facebook, what's his name? George Aiken, right? From the UK there. He's got all that.
Oh
He's
yeah.
got that Narnia of action or
Yeah.
action force stuff. He
think,
posted a picture of like 12 SAS Panthers together.
Wow.
And I just commented, I said, if I died and went to heaven, and I died and I woke up and this was the sight before my eyes, I'd know I made it to heaven, man.
Palatoy heaven. Yes. I think you could just call George's house the arsenal for Palatoy. It's like he's got all of it.
It's like it's an awe-inspiring sight, but also there's like this like envy, because you see him. Hey, how's it going? Oh, thanks, Bacon. And
high-speed sentry.
High-speed sentry, yeah.
I knew it was something like that.
Just seeing and like knowing that he picked them all up for a nickel when no one was collecting them. He bought them clearance.
Right. That's what I thought. It's not really a tank. It is a high-speed sentry vehicle. Got it. Okay.
Got it.
Because knowing is...
Well, something, right?
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to catch up with George Aiken. Yeah. But his is all Palatoy stuff.
Good luck.
Like I said. What's that? Salzburg, if you're saying you have a SAS Panther, what are you saying? Yeah.
I don't know. Jimmy has a little bit of everything. He's got a really cool collection.
If you take layaway and like if you'll put me on a payment plan, I'll send you like 5 easy payments until I come up with enough for you to send me one because I really do need one. And it would make me the happiest boy in the world.
Need is such a strong word, Will.
Yeah, I don't need one, but it is probably that one right there and the original Robo Skull are probably like the 2 items that I would probably, want most out of that stuff. But get with me, Salzburg. We'll figure something
Cardboard
out.
creation. It will be the super speedy strategic super strike system.
You know what? I know it's a joke, but you should just do it because I would love it.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah. That's great, man. But
awesome.
Definitely Salzburg. Let's figure something out. Maybe I could offer you a kidney, slightly used.
Yeah, Jimmy helped me out with some of the Adventure Team stuff when I first got started as well. Yeah. Picked up some of the Fuzzy Head Joes from him and some other odds and ends. He's got all kinds of cool stuff in his backlog of who knows what. So I'm sure. It's one of those things. It's like if you're in a conversation with either Chad or Jimmy Salzburg, and you happen to mention, "Hey, I'm looking for so and so Greeblet wobbly thing," he's like, "Yeah, I got 6 in a drawer somewhere."
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool.
I trip over them when I'm trying to find my shoes. I got damn SAS Panthers in the way. He's just throwing them out of the way. Just
first world problems, man.
Yeah. So.
Oh. He's thinking about
that's one of those things where I don't feel like I could ever buy a complete one. I feel like I could buy like if I could just even find the main skull part, and then like buy refabricated or like reproduction parts to put it together. That's probably the only way I'd be able to ever afford one of those because that Robo Skull goes for money. Like
that is true.
There, if you look it up on eBay, it's really expensive.
Yeah, I agree with Chad though. Rad stuff always comes from the House of Salzburg.
Of course, sure. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Stop, James. Stop. Stop it.
I have one SAS Commando that's still mint on card. That's my only Palatoy piece. I picked that up a while back, and I was just like, it's cool. I've got something from Palatoy Action Force because it's hard to find especially here in Guatemala, but on this side of the Atlantic, over in England, apparently you can still find stuff pretty easily, but here it's not as easy.
The new Robo Skull coming out. That's another thing. I'd love to pick one up, but once again, it's like just this money thing.
Chad picked up the new Robo Skull Mark II. I don't know if he's done a review
It's
of it yet.
still available
but
for pre-order. You can still
is it?
pre-order it. Yeah, yeah.
I know
I
the
did
figures
buy-
look really good.
What I did buy last week was they did the O-ring trooper, the wolf
Mhm.
trooper, and I was able to pick that up.
Nice.
They have that's all still
Speaking of O-ring goodness, one piece of news I did recently find out is the Delta 17. What do you call that? They had to go through testing to be approved for a certain age group.
I
Safety.
spoke about that earlier. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't
definitely
sure.
good news. But yeah, you
Mhm.
could still pick up the Robo Skull.
Sweet.
This one was they have the Red Shadows Marauder figures. That looks so awesome. I didn't pick that one up. And the Orange Jungle Wolf Trooper looks cool too. But they had the new items.
Let me blow that up a bit. It's a wee bit small. Okay.
Okay. They got the 6-inch figures too, but the 4-inch stuff and the 3.75-inch O-ring throwback were sold out, and they actually made more, and they came back with more. I don't know if the 4-inch, the 3.75 O-ring figure, it's this figure, the Skeletron guy, I think, or is it the Wolf Trooper? I'm not sure. I think it's the Wolf Trooper. O-ring.
Okay,
yeah.
Chad's are on his way, so he's got the actual new Mark II coming and the SE version. I don't remember. Was the SE the one that had like the Knight's mask piece that went over the front, or was that the one that had different stickers or something? I know they offered a couple different variants.
Different decal or deco, and that was the exclusive. So I was like really confused. Actually, that was Chad's show I saw it on because I thought I missed out on the whole thing. And he had those guys on, and they were like, no. The Kickstarter exclusive was just for that color scheme. The toy is available and will be available, after. So you haven't missed it if you're still interested in getting it. Definitely pick one up.
Right. So, Scotty, Delta 17 had to go through some sort of product testing so that it could be sold to kids. I think it's like ages 8 and up now or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember the details, but yes, it is coming soon. They just had to get that cleared before they could do distribution.
And since Chad's here, I'm going to show him.
Oh, yeah. I'm showing him those.
He didn't see these. So I'll just hold up some of them. But these are some Black Major repaints that I picked up. They were called Space Force, but that's Steel Brigade, though, right? Is that the Steel Brigade? No, that's the Steel Brigade.
Nope. That's the Steel Brigade.
He's really sharp looking. I really love the black gray with the little silver stripe. They really look cool. But Chad might appreciate that because I don't think he saw them when I showed them earlier.
Figure-wise, he's more into the 4-inch, but I think that color scheme would look cool with some of his
and, that's vehicles. Something I think Hasbro kind of missed out on because, repaints, they didn't do them that often. They did Tiger Force and Night Force, and they did some version 2s of figures, but they probably could have gotten a little more life out of the line.
I would say they did a pretty fair amount of repaints over the years or retreads. That'd be interesting to look at how many different variants there were of different figures from the vintage. Modern day, they do all kinds of repaints, but that's another can of worms. But what's Jeff got to say here? He has G.I. Joe, the Action Force version 2 Storm Shadow. Oh, sweet, from Palatoy. That is true. It is a repackaged show, but it still counts. It is Palatoy. They did some neat stuff.
I wonder, because I've never had an O-ring figure from Palatoy. Were those just the Hasbro ones repackaged? Or were they produced using the same molds at a later time? That's probably a good question for because I know some of the other ones what was it? Fun School got the molds and just made Fun School G.I. Joes. Right. They were the same characters, but those are clearly different plastic. I bought a couple of them a couple of years back, carded. The cards were
I was going to say,
Those
That might
India,
be a good question for Tony over at Analog,
yeah,
because I know he's
those.
more into the Action Man, but he knows a lot
I don't
about
know
the
if he
Action Force
knows.
stuff
Does he
too.
know about? Well, these were sold as GI Joe. They were like the Fun School India versions, and they kept
Oh,
producing them until I think even the early 2000s. They were reusing the molds and producing them on card. They were basically reproductions of Hasbro product. I have a couple, but like I bought Buzzer, the Dreadnought on card
hmm
for like $20. This was a few years ago. You could pick them up
because it was Fun School.
because it was Fun
Weird.
School. And
Hmm.
when I picked them up out of the package, it like literally the bubble like fell off the card. The
Wow.
figure was a much cheaper plastic. His hair fell off. I had to glue it back on. Like his like, and it was all right, but it wasn't like you know, the same plastic quality. It definitely was a step down, a downgrade, you know?
That's true. Uh, yeah, Scuba Pete is also another good source for all things knowledge of Palatoy and other vintage goodies.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to Scuba in a while. I need to chat with him.
Salzburg just sent me a bunch of pictures of I hate you, man. Stop doing that. No, I love him. I love Salzburg, but oh my god, look at all this stuff. It's beautiful.
Oh,
Magnificent.
Chad, glad
Oh,
you could drop in. We'll catch you in the
awesome,
near,
man.
man.
Yeah, enjoy your trip, man. And I saw he has a new puppy too. So give
Oh
that puppy
yeah,
a little scratch on the head for me, buddy. That's awesome. Yeah, he has a ton of
doggos are
stuff.
awesome. Very
Salzburg
cool.
sends me pictures, and of course, like stream, screw you guys. Oh, let's look at this.
That's it.
But
Pictures of toys. Hey,
yeah,
that's a
so
fun way
yeah,
to
I
go.
don't know. What do we got coming up? Anything good? Anyone working on anything? I would love to, and this is like just kind of thinking from the sidelines, and where we want to go and stuff like that. And I'm really thinking I'm leaning towards the future, not so much talking so much about news or reviews, but maybe, I think one of the coolest things I've found in the toy community over the last year or so is like that whole um intergalactic trade route, the World Builders Consortium, where like all
hmm
these guys have like their own little room where they build their own space station, and you have intergalactic Pizza Hut and Taco Bell and
Right.
stuff like that
What's
in
the other
there.
one? Rot
Empire
Gut
Toy
Station, I
Works,
think.
Rad Toy
Yeah.
Galaxies,
Yeah.
Outer Multiverse, like all that kind of stuff. I really feel like that's the direction where I would have the most fun. Um, in toy collecting, and I really want to go there. Now, I also have, like my military, GI Joe and O-ring kind of guys, and I think you could do kind of a world building thing with that as well. Might be more
Sure.
of like a battlefield setting or base or something like that, but uh, or some of these guys are called Space Force. They command their own, ship or something. But I think that's kind of for me, and then that allows me to just kind of like cherry pick whatever lines I like, whatever characters I feel would be interesting in the story. And, not so much as far as YouTube goes, it's like, you know, there are channels that do great reviews. There are channels that do great histories or discussions. There's channels that do all these other things, but I really don't think like I could even, or I wouldn't feel like news. There's channels that pop the news. They've got what are those like little bots that scrub the net and like articles come up. Yeah, Sky Bottom Station. He is awesome. I love him. Yeah, uh, Lord of Pain. Yes. I've been watching, from the sidelines for some time now, but I really feel like that's the thing that calls to me, where I feel like I would make the most make the most sense for me in my collection. So, I got a couple bookcases over here and a couple glass display cases. I'll keep one or two of them, but I think I'm just gonna empty them, pack the stuff up where I just have all the figures lined up, get rid of them, and start working on something that is like kind of it's a collection and a display piece at the same time. I really
I
think
think
that
that's a great idea.
would make me
Looking
feel,
at your hutch behind you, I think you could do
yeah,
something better there. Get
yeah,
rid of
I could
the
just get
old
rid of that thing because it's
stereo and
really just a,
bric-a-brac and
yeah, it's a
yeah.
catch-all kind of, where instead of that, it could be an intergalactic Bucky's or something like that, or and I could have the Robo Helm parked there, and my guys enjoying some nice brisket.
That's it.
Yeah,
Brisket
Pirates
sounds
of the
good.
Galaxy's great. Yeah, love all those things. Famine Studios, yeah, Famine does some awesome stuff. He just did like he does hangouts and streams where he's just painting up something. He bought a gerbil house. It's like a little house you would buy for a gerbil, but he jazzed it all up and made it look like something out of a Star Wars kind of backdrop, like a little house. He turned it, has a little doorway on it, added some stuff, added some texture to it. Looks great, but he just did a live stream where he just hung out and just shot the shit with people while he was doing that. And I just think that's more therapeutic than
That's it. Wilhelm the Paladin has 3D printer will travel. Yes.
Yeah.
So fire up the old 3D printer and start
and
making
that helps with world
some
building
neat.
because there's so many wonderful things. And there are, and I don't have access to it here, but I could just show you, just things where I start kind of models for 3D prints and then I never finish them or I never go anywhere with them because I'm too busy doing something else. And it's like, I'd like to follow through with some of those things. I have a Blackbird jet for the X-Men 97 that I kind of mocked up. There's no interior. It's just a hollow shell right now. But I'm like, geez, even if I printed that and then just borrowed seats and consoles and things like that and glued them in there and kind of kit bashed it, I could make something serviceable and cool, There was the Spider Shark for the Chatney. I think that thing is actually worth printing. I would actually print that and throw a robot in it. And
Only
love to
if
have
you
that
give
on
it
the shelf.
frickin' lasers. It's got to have laser beams.
The Robo Helm, which has been sitting there on the back burner forever. That would be fun. And just a bunch of other things. I did some repairs and some other stuff, but I would love to take that portion of it to the next level. Yo, what's up, Michael Vargo? How are you? Let's see. Ted Darklaw.
We're just kind of.
How's
Hey,
it going,
Ted,
buddy?
didn't see you pop in.
How are you?
We're just kind of touching
I want to
base.
show if Ted's here. Ted, stick around. I want to show you something. I'll be right back.
Is this safe for work? Indeed. While he's doing that, what do we got going here? Let's see what else is going on here in the chat. Amazing vehicle. The Jurassic Park vehicle. 118 Snake. I don't know that one. That's I'll have to look into that. Thank you for hanging. I will I'll put us something on while we're waiting for Okay, we're back.
All right. This is a special stream just for Ted Darklaw. At this point, Ted, a while ago, you were doing a stream and you started talking about these, I believe. And I told you I had some of them. These are die-cast metal. They're about 2 inches tall. That's Mr. Fantastic and Dr. Doom. That is Iron Man and the Mandarin.
Nice.
Is Professor X and Magneto.
Very cool.
I've got the Thing and Blastar.
With explosive fingertips.
And Longshot and Mojo. Anyway, he was saying he was looking for these, and I said, I think I have them somewhere, and I'm not doing anything with them. So Ted, is that something you want? Because I will send you some of these if you like.
I'm gonna say that's a positive.
And
I think he likes it.
I know it's like I said I would look for them and I never did, but then I was looking for something else and I found them. Like I know what I have, but I don't know where it is. And there's a couple other goodies in there, but I would love to send these over to Ted because he said he had some of these when he was a kid and he would like them.
Very
And
cool.
I'd love for him to have them rather than, try to hawk them on the secondary market. So, Ted, if you get with me and send me your address or tell me, yeah, just hit me up and I'll ship them out to you. Okay. So
Cool.
I'm glad you popped in today because I've had them sitting on the side because when I saw them, I was like, oh, I remember, I put them to the side and I just never got to it. There was a
Yeah,
shirt hanging over
we
them.
we're getting old, Will. We get that sometimes, but when it does kick in, we do remember things. So I'm glad
Yeah.
you found those for Ted. That'll be cool.
Yeah. I definitely want to ship them out. So,
And
uh,
for all your Helidope needs, Helidope's website is right there. Check them out. They got some good
mhm.
stuff. Matter of fact, they just got some new Mythic or Cosmic Legion stuff that came in, I think, as
I
well
just saw that
as
they did. I did not
AWOC.
watch the stream. I apologize, because I've been kind of out of it. But they've got a whole new website, from what I see.
Yes, they have jazz things up. I think they went Shopify and got some new stuff going on there. It's snazzy.
Yeah, really nice. So
If only somebody had a really sexy Helidope mug to show off to really
I don't know anyone with one of them.
endorse that product.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't drink my Wampa juice out of anything else.
That's
It's
right.
really love that Wampa. It's very
Mm-mm.
nice, very nice.
Yes, new
Definitely
site, very
does.
sexy. Much
It's just
wow.
that
Yes.
they did they wrote Largo on this mug instead of my name.
I
and
know,
just don't
crazy,
understand
right?
that. That doesn't make any sense. It just, must be a new kid in the shop there in
I
the
don't
in
know.
the pottery department. Yeah.
That's it.
So,
Well, cool.
well,
Yeah,
that's
Ted
all I've
and
got.
Ted and his nefarious partner will be doing their show later tonight. We'll check in with them because Aaron is the most Aaron of Aarons that I know.
He really is. Really is. So, yeah, that's all I had. I just, like I said, I miss, hanging out with you guys, having a little fun, blowing off some steam.
Yeah, it's not entirely Will's fault. He's been holding the mug
Yeah.
for me because I have some other
I'm not
stuff
holding
coming, and he's
I
putting a
will,
whole package
I will
together.
carefully
It's-
and willingly ship it on to Largo. I'm just having some fun while it's here. Yeah, everything
Everything.
is better from a hella dope mug. Yeah.
That's it.
it's it's fun. So yeah, I think Jim's got a box going out this week or so. So yeah, his hella dope mug will be included in that shipment. But yeah, what can I say? I miss you guys. I love hanging out. Gotta try to do this at least once a week or every other week. I think
Yeah.
just for our own sake. Have a little fun. Instagram's good.
We're working on some content. There's some good stuff coming from the lair. We have hit some delays because of adult stuff.
Yeah.
Just having to do other things that don't give me the time to do editing. But we're working on it. Like I said, the thing with Johnny, I'm going to get with him hopefully this week. Crimson Avenger is still coming out, along with another Wolves Within. Both of those are in process. Just need to do some voiceovers. So we'll get that stuff up on, as well as a very cool IQV entry from our buddy Ed as an ode to one of our favorite classic G.I. Joe Adventure Team members. So
That's great.
I'm working on it. So.
And you heard it here first. I'm going from, just collecting stuff on shelves to trying to build some kind of world, so I'm come up with a name. Everyone has a cool name for their station, I don't want to go like, oh, this is a station W118 or something like that. I want to come up with a cool name, like obviously, there's all those things that I enjoy, but definitely want to, get in there and
I don't know. I'm kind of liking Willy Wampas.
Willy Wampa's Frozen Chocolate Factory. Okay, we can do that.
That could
would
be
fun.
yeah. That could be part of your world.
Willy Wampa's. It's actually pretty cool. Pretty catchy. But all right. Well, I think that's it, guys. Unless anyone has anything. With that, I think, like I said, if not next weekend, maybe the one after that, for sure. Try to at least do every other weekend for the time being. Screamatorium. That's hilarious.
I have not yet seen that cartoon. I have.
No, I will
It's on
check
my
it out,
to-do
though.
list. We
Yeah,
talked
it's on
about that when you
YouTube.
got the robotics bit. So
I will check that out because
yeah,
it's on YouTube, and I think I have the premium YouTube where you could watch all the shows without commercials. So
very cool. We will check that
robotics.
out. Thanks again from Bill Wifta and all the gang. Good to see you guys. Sorry we've been kind of scatterbrained in March, but we'll see about getting some more stuff.
Oh
together.
yeah, and check out the Work in Prod WIP Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern on Pirates of the Galaxy. Bjorn, if you got a link to that, or Billy, if you could throw it in there. What did Bjorn say? Wilhelm Townshireville. Yes, that would be a very wonderful. It's a quaint place. It's a really nice place. But yeah, definitely we'll be checking that out. Oh, nice. Okay, great. Well, everyone, thank you so much. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time. I'm looking at you.
Yeah, have a good one.